What is happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Today we're heading to Dynamic Auto Tune to get the exhaust thrown on the car. I actually have a DINAN exhaust that's going on the car. I still have the Valvetronic coming, but we needed something fast, and the Valvetronic one is going to take a little bit longer. So we're going to put on this DINAN exhaust, and I'm actually really excited to hear what it sounds like. DINAN is usually rather conservative, a little more reserved, but this car already sounds super good stock, so I can't really imagine any other exhaust on it with the sound that it's already making. I think it's gonna sound really good. And plus the DINAN, it's titanium. It looks really, really nice. Like the tips are massive, blacked out. I just think it's gonna look so good with this diffuser. So huge shout out to Dynamic. The exhaust had just been on the wall for a while and he was trying to get rid of it. And I was like, yo, dude, I'll buy it. I'll just throw it on the M2. And then once the Valvetronic gets here, I'll just decide whether I want to keep it or just offload it or just keep both and switch it up. I don't know, whatever. I'm heading to Starbucks to grab that coffee, and then we'll be on our way here. This car for sure sounds a lot better without the active sound design. Now that I've had it for a couple of days without it, I like it a lot more without the active sound design. So if you guys are looking to code that out, that's definitely the way to go. It just feels much more authentic in the cabin. Look at the size of that thing, man. Damn. Compared to this, sheesh. All right, so I'm gonna hop out and get some revs for you guys with the stock exhaust, just so you can hear it. But we'll do that, and then I'll be able to show you guys the after once we put on the DINAN. So. Stock, dude. Sounds pretty good. Stock, not gonna lie. Got Alex here, just pulled up. What up, dude? Chilling. Chilling. You like my new plate? You guys need anything done in Charlotte, you already know. Dynamic is the place. let me explain. The DINAN exhaust had a bend in the piping after the muffler that made the exhaust actually sit about 5 inches below the diffuser and face downwards, which we knew right away when we put it on something was wrong. This was in no way a fault by Dynamic. They had put on this exact exhaust on this exact car before and it worked out perfectly. We knew that something was wrong with the actual exhaust itself. And it turns out that it was a defective, basically a defective muffler. It was just made improperly by DINAN. So we did reach out to DINAN. They are sending out a new exhaust, so it is gonna be about a week. Obviously it's gonna be seconds for you guys, but it's about a week time for me until we get the new one and throw it back on. So I just wanted to be real with you guys and upfront, and I didn't wanna try and like finesse this video to make it seem like this was all done in one day. There is like a week time lapse in between here because we ran into an issue with the original exhaust, and so now you're gonna see the new one, the new exhaust. So the car might look a little bit different, we might be wearing different clothing. I just wanted to explain that in the video and not try and finesse you guys. I just want to be 100% real with you. So now we're gonna fast forward 5 days later. You guys are gonna see the new DINAN exhaust they resent out to us, and hopefully it works out. Let's try this again. Let's give this another shot, shall we? As I mentioned previously, the last DINAN exhaust that we tried to put on the car was just not, the bend in the pipe after the muffler was just kind of off, and it made the exhaust sit really funky. So they got the new one in, DINAN sent out a new one, and it came in. And the bends in the pipes do look different. They A and B'd the new one versus the old one. So I don't know, man. Let's give it another shot and see what happens. I'll see you guys over at the shop. The fitment is a lot better, and you can tell the angle in this pipe and the length of it is different than the other one. So that's why it's fitting 10 times better. Yes, sir. Looks a lot better. Shout out to these guys, Dynamic Auto Tune. If you guys need anything done, a lot of maintenance and modifications they do over here, feel free to hit them up. It sounds good. It's super throaty. It's got a nice throaty sound to it. This thing sounds really, really good. So we're gonna head back. I wanna get a little bit of like driving in the car and kind of hear it with the drone or anything like that. Hear it from inside the car, drive it, put it into Sport Plus, hasn't done that. And then when we get back to the house, I will hop out and get you guys some proper revs from outside of the car. But like I said before, you guys, this wasn't a fault on Dynamic's part. This was simply a fault on DINAN. And what I think happened is because they were drastically different. I think that DINAN made an exhaust for this car early on and it wasn't quite right, or something was up with the jig on the actual machine that fabricates these exhausts. The one that they had on the wall has been here for a while, and that was probably like render 1. And they must have made some changes because I'm sure enough people complained because they didn't even question it. When we told them that the exhaust wasn't fitting, they just sent out a new one. Like they already knew what was going on. I think that something happened along the way. They made a new one that fit a lot better, and we had the old one that was just sitting on the wall. So huge shout out to Dynamic for reaching out to them. I didn't have to do anything. Dynamic reached out to DINAN directly and got the exhaust for me, plopped it on as you saw, and now we're good. It's nice. It's a nice throaty sound, but it's not raspy. It's got a really nice throaty sound, and you can hear the turbo a lot better. This car is gonna sound insane with the downpipe, like insane. Man, it sounds good. Nothing quite like that new exhaust smell. Sheesh, this thing sounds amazing. I love the blacked out tips, super stealth. So if I were to be super duper picky, I would say that DINAN should have shortened the exhaust hangers by about 1/4 of an inch. 90% of the people will not even complain. But if I were to be super picky, that's what I would say, because it does hang just a bit low. But it sounds and looks absolutely incredible. The sound is super refined, which is definitely more my taste. I don't like a super loud, raspy exhaust. I like a little more tame. And I think coupled with like a downpipe and an actual mid-pipe, this thing's gonna sound absolutely mental. Anyways, guys, we're gonna wrap this one up. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Huge shout out to Dynamic. Thank you, DINAN, for working with me, sending out the two exhausts, and making this work. Like I said before, you guys, the first one just wasn't really there, and the second one is a ton better. I think it sounds amazing. If you guys are interested in this exhaust system for the M2, I'll link it down below, or any other DINAN exhaust system. You can find them at Keys Motorsports. But thank you guys so much for watching the video. Please do subscribe, comment down below, like this video, and hit that bell notification. Just like that, this video is over, and we're out. Peace.